Hey everybody, welcome back to Cavanaugh's Corner. Today on the channel I'm going to be reviewing a movie that I am very excited about. This was a movie that I picked up the day it came out, and I was really happy that I got a special variant of the film, and that movie of course is Tenet, the new Christopher Nolan film. It's one of the few films I actually saw this year in terms of any movies in the movie theater. I saw 2 movies all year this year in the movie theater, and that was one of them. And I really love the movie. I'll put a link to my full review of the film at the end of the video, but really loved that movie. And I was very excited because Christopher Nolan really makes fantastic looking films, and all of his previous films that have come out in 4K have been just shockingly beautiful looking. So I was very happy to see this come out as quickly as it did too. And this is actually the Steelbook version that's exclusive to Best Buy here. It's a 3-disc set. I'm going to open it up here. There's the 4K on this side and the 2 Blu-rays, the film on Blu-ray and the special features disc. And it has some really nice artwork. You can see John David Washington in the back there, and these guys scaling the building. I really love that artwork. And of course it has the little slipcover thing. It does come with a digital copy that does redeem in 4K, so that was really cool. But today I'm really just going to jump right into the review here and talk about the visual quality, the audio on it, and the special features disc, which is actually pretty cool too. So Tenet here is a new release from Warner Brothers. It is a HDR10 only disc, just so you know. So there's no Dolby Vision or anything on it. It's just HDR10. But I gotta say, this is one of, hands down, the best movies I have in 4K. This movie is just perfect looking. It is extraordinary to look at. I found myself going, ooh, wow, many times during the film. A lot of the film is shot in IMAX. Actually, I think this is probably the most IMAX in any of Christopher Nolan's films. And it's amazing looking. Anytime the aspect ratio changes to that full IMAX, because the movie is combined 65mm and the IMAX footage, the way they shot it, that is. And every time that aspect ratio opens up and it goes full screen, it's incredible looking. It is really beautiful. I love the way this movie looks. The detail level on this disc is the highest of high. You can see little fibers on suits, dust, dirt on clothing, scuffs on weapons. I mean, it's mind-blowingly fantastic. The black levels on this disc are perfect. I literally detected no issues at all with the picture quality on this disc. Again, it was shot on film. However, the high quality of this film, besides the 65mm, the IMAX footage is practically grain-free. It is just, the clarity level is through the roof when it comes to those IMAX sequences. When it does switch to the 65mm, you can detect a very slight grain if you're really looking for it. But, you know, even those 65mm shots, those things are still phenomenal looking. I love the way that looked. And the movie as a whole is just, it's a showcase in 4K. It's amazing. The HDR10 lends a lot to the colors. John David Washington wears a lot of very colorful clothing throughout the movie, his suits, and I was really blown away by how detailed they got with the costumes in this movie. It's really amazing. Robert Pattinson's suit when he first appears is like this linen suit, but you can tell it's kind of dirty, and it's really interesting to look at. And you really can pick up on that high level of detail thanks to that HDR. The colors in this movie really jump out at you. There's a very intense scene where a plane crashes into a hangar, and that's a really phenomenal looking scene. That's a big standout in the film, as they really did crash a 747 into a building in this movie. You know, just to count on Christopher Nolan to keep topping himself with this stuff, but it's mind-blowingly insane. And there's a couple explosions. The explosions are so beautiful and vibrant looking. Again, kind of crazy to talk about how great an explosion looks, but they really do look fantastic in this film. And overall, the whole movie is just a joy to watch in 4K. And it's a workout. It's a workout for your home theater, because the sound is also phenomenal on this. And I will tell you, it's just a 5.1 DTS mix, but that sound is booming. And I mean, I had to actually turn it down a little, because my normal settings that I leave it at were basically waking my neighbors. They were shaking the windows. Some things hanging on the wall were rattling. It's one of those mixes, and I have to say, it's incredible the kind of sound that you get out of just a simple 5.1 mix. No Dolby Atmos, no DTS:X, but that 5.1 is kind of nuts. And one thing I want to mention is that if you have seen the movie, that you're going to notice that the dialogue is very much buried in the sound mix. Now, that was an artistic choice by Nolan, that I guess a lot of the dialogue isn't really meant to be heard. Kind of crazy. But you can turn on subtitles now, unlike in the movie theater where you couldn't. So if you do want to really know what people are saying, you can turn those subtitles on. It helps a lot, I will say. I did have the subtitles on for bits and pieces, just because I was wondering when a scene was coming up, because I remember seeing it in the movie theater and not making out certain things. So I turned them on and off as the movie was going on, but you know, they're there if you want them, because that dialogue is under the music, it's under the sound effects, and the music in this movie is really fantastic. And it's loud. It's big music, and I loved it. I thought the sound mix was matching the film, and yet again, it's another, you know, home run for Nolan here for Tenet. I love this disc. The special features disc is actually pretty cool too. It really has, in essence, two pieces. There's a bunch of trailers, and then there's the behind the scenes aspect. And it's a 13-part making of documentary about the making of the film. It's a little over an hour long. I think it's like an hour, 15 minutes or so. But it takes you through step by step how they first started the, you know, pre-production stuff, all the way to the editing and the sound design and the music and stuff. It goes all the way through. And it's really fascinating to watch how they made this movie. It's almost crazier than the movie itself, especially when they go into the stunts. The stunt work in this movie is amazing, because it's basically all in camera. They pretty much did most of the stuff. I mean, like 95% of the stuff in the movie was done for real. And the stunt work in this movie, because there's scenes where people are fighting each other, one guy's backwards, the other one isn't, and it's really crazy how they did it. And you know, again, hats off to, you know, Nolan and everybody else that worked on the film, because this really looked like it was a monumental task, but they were successful, and they made a movie that stuck with me long after I saw it, and I wanted to see it again and again, and now you can. And I have to say, this Tenet 4K disc is a knockout. It is one of the best movies I have in 4K. I will definitely be rewatching this again and again. It's also a great movie to put on to show off your home theater, and also if you really don't like your neighbors, you can just turn the movie on and pump up the volume, and they'll hate you. Trust me, they're really going to hate you. But that's it for today for Cavanaugh's Corner. Definitely go out and get Tenet in 4K. Big thumbs up from me. So, as always, thank you very much for coming back to the channel. If you noticed, my environment is a little more well lit. I actually got a really nice present for Christmas this year. It's a new lighting kit, so excuse the reflection of my glasses. If I don't wear these, I'm blind as a bat. So, you can see I'm a little more well illuminated now. And there'll be more improvements coming to the channel in the upcoming weeks, so stay tuned for that. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel below so I can keep bringing you videos like this. Thank you so much. Please stay safe out there and take it easy.